Alright, hello, I'm another video. In this video I'm going to be playing SkyWars. I haven't done it in ages, so I'm rusty, I'm losing, and it's very annoying. Because I would like to get my quests done before being productive in more responsible ways. The reason I'm upset that I didn't make any videos is because I saw this spike, which is probably the best thing that could have happened for me to be to want to make videos, but it didn't work out because it always felt like I was doing something else. I've been pretty social, and I don't really remember most of the things I've done, because I was probably exhausted, because I probably exhausted all of my energy. That's what I was meaning to say. I have notes on what I've been doing, that I've been gathering, so I'm going to be looking into those later, but there are some other things that I can mention that are not there yet. But I also want to focus on gameplay, because I need 150 kills for the weekly win, for the weekly quest. That's nice. One thing that I was doing was I was waiting to get a package because I ordered some Undertale merch. Because I'm obsessed with that game. It was supposed to arrive on the 12th, I think, but arrived on the 15th, which is way later than it should have been. That was too close for comfort. This guy doesn't have any healing items, and I'm scared someone is after me. Which I think is fair. Yeah, teleport. I'm guessing the ender bows are gone. Forever. And while I was waiting for the package, I wasn't able to leave the house, I wasn't able to buy any food. I was told it would appear roughly between, like, I don't know, before 6 PM. I waited until 7 PM or something. Maybe more. I don't know, I'll probably have the time somewhere saved. Hi. That's not great. Oh, that is great, actually. I'll take that. The reason I was completely unable to be productive while, you know, while waiting for a delivery was because I heard too many jokes about delivery people being stealthy and wanting to avoid being forced to, you know, hand over the deliveries that I rightfully ordered. Can you leave me alone? Oh, you can jam that. So I had an open window, I was listening to any track that went by, hoping it would be FedEx. It never was FedEx. And yeah, that's how I spent basically 2 days. Well, quite a lot of days, actually. I don't know exactly how much. Leave. That's slightly rude. Yeah, it's in my island. But it didn't exactly work out. I wasn't No, actually. I wasn't completely unproductive as I was editing Wiki. And I plan to do more editing Wiki, but I currently cannot bring myself to it because I'm excited about doing other things. That doesn't actually work on me, sorry. Or anyone, because that item is very buggy. Inconsistent. It's annoying me. I edited the farming wiki page, I edited combat wisdom pages. They are completely unrelated, but both of them were so outdated that I had to. There are probably more pages like that, and I will get to them at some point, unless someone else does. There's a lot of wiki editors. There's actually pretty much, there's above average activity on the wiki, compared to, you know, usually. Which is nice, I like to see that. Another story with the delivery that's absolutely incredible is that I was actually expecting multiple different deliveries. I was confused about them, and at some point I thought the messages I was getting about them were too many messages about the same delivery, so I was completely confused about where I would be getting it. One of them indicated that it would arrive on the Monday the 12th, I think, but I ended up getting it on Thursday the 15th. Hold on, I waited for so many days trying to get the delivery, and I didn't get it. I got one on the 15th, and I thought, oh, well, that's it, okay. I'm guessing everything else I wrote is going to arrive in the other delivery that I'm expecting that's going to arrive in late March, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. So I went outside in order to buy some groceries, you know how it is. And oh my god, I don't like that. let me just quickly. And as I was doing that, I got a phone call from an unknown number. I thought maybe the delivery guy got confused and called me again. But it's a completely different person with a completely different delivery. Well, it's not completely different delivery. Delivery is actually quite same. I ordered multiple piano books for Undertale Lothrune. And I also have a Balatro playing cards deck next to me that I've opened and haven't used. So I was actually waiting for the delivery guy to come, rather than them waiting for me, which I think is pretty unusual for them. And they seemed concerned that I was stealing someone else's package, but, you know, I knew the name of the recipient, because I'm the recipient. The recipient is me. I have an explosive book somewhere. Hi. That's not gonna work on me. This is actually important. Don't worry about it. No, not that one. Okay, I ordered a lot of deliveries because I like merch. There are usually of different varieties, and usually I just pick them up from those, you know, things where you put that enter a combination, and you get and it opens one of those doors. I can tell you multiple names in Czech, but I don't know how it's called in English. We don't speak this language. So I'm not very well used to getting people, come to my place and call me on that. So something that was extremely unusual about this one is that they wanted me to sign some things, which I would understand if they had me sign it on some, I don't know, clipboard or, something paper. But they actually wanted me to use my finger and to sign some handheld device. It wasn't a tablet, it was way smaller than a tablet. But I guess tablet is the only word that you could use for something like that. And I'm this graphic, so I scribbled few lines and dots that weren't connected, because devices like that aren't great for signing. And yeah, I managed to get my packages, and that's it. That's basically it. I was way too close. I'm guessing this guy is gonna attack me. Oh yeah, absolutely. This guy's absolutely gonna attack me. Just do it. Nope. My last video was on the trials and tribulations of getting max magical power while Aura's in the place, and the game gets updated way too often for anybody's comfort. Since then, I got some milestones that could be pretty much assumed based on that video's content and, some knowledge of the game. I managed to have 38 or 39 out of 40 mutations, so I have 40 out of 40. I managed to get myself that accessory, and the other thing that is for which you need mutations, which is Rose Dragon Pet. I spent some time leveling it to level 200, which took a while, but there's not much to say about it. Oh, hello. That worked out. Oh, that's a great chestplate. Oh, that's a great helmet and boots. That's great, almost everything. Hold on a second, let me just sort inventory, because I'm still not used to that, because I haven't played the game that often. I miss the time when I played the game a lot. That was great time. Hi. That's poorly aimed. If you could not live. Okay. Yeah, there's not much to say about having max level Rose Dragon, because there's not much reason to farm after you get that and a lot of other things that I've all gotten. So, yeah. I got max sodas, but that's mostly from doing garden. I have 20 mil over, and I haven't done a lot of farming. Sometimes I'm doing contests when I feel like it, but that's very, very rare. I'm also doing other events because Spooker Festivals give a lot of money. Fishing visitors give me Skyblock XP, or they will, for one more event. Oh yeah. But yeah, there's no reason for me to get excited about farming, to farm more. But something that the greenhouse did do for me was give me a lot of money. Found myself having 1 billion more than I needed, so I decided to do something that I've been planning to do for a while at this point, which was get another Terminator, because that's always nice. That's a nice dopamine, I think. I think so, eh? I get a sword. I get a sword, but that's a bad sword. It's gonna work for me. Nightblade is nice, actually, especially since people don't expect it. And also the damage. That's bad. So yeah, I made buy orders for... No. So I made buy orders for the Judgment Core, and after that was done, I decided to grind the Judgment Core for myself again. I started grinding the Enderman Slayer during Aura, which had the added effect of the boss having 500 million HP. I was still doing it in like 30-40 seconds, and I was able to watch a TV show while doing that. So that was nice. How did I do that? I don't know. Okay. What was I saying? I started... That's the first time that happened. That's a great shot. I'm glad I'm recording. I am recording. Good. I need to wait to teleport. I'm gonna ignore the other guy for now. I heard him. God, I missed completely. I'm the only person I can miss at point blank range. That's a fancy word. You don't get to use that often. Not if you're not interested in guns or anything. Yeah, I dropped the Judgment Core after Aura ended, which was, well, it was 8 rocks, so that helped me to get a drop, but I wasn't getting the 25 or so, I think it's 50 magic find from Aura Spark, which is unfortunate. Okay, I took a little bit of a break from recording because there were people moving around me for some reason, and they were making noise, they were calling me out, well, not calling me out on something, but called me out of my room. So that was not a great environment to make recordings. Anyways, after I made the Terminator video, the thing that was holding me back the most was school, specifically the exam season. Excuse me. Which is something that sounded absolutely terrifying when Technoblade used it as an advantage against Squidkid in the Great Potato War. However, it was actually pretty chill. I only have 8 subjects, which might be irregular, and of those 8 subjects I only need 3 exams. Which makes me think I'm doing something wrong. But it seems to be fine so far. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Well, actually, I'm gonna change things what I'm doing, because I'm gonna have to start working on the 2 papers that I still need to do. I haven't started doing that. That's not great. But yeah, after I do that, I can fully focus on YouTube, specifically the other 2 videos that came out since my last SkyWars video, which, as you might notice, is not related to the very recent Terraria update. Stop moving. Jesus Christ. It's done with 3 people in total, which is gonna change soon, which is a little bit of a spoiler for you. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It just took a long time to edit, which is sort of breaking my soul. Or, you know, it's a devastating thing to have to worry about. Yay. My vocal cords are dying. I imagine that might be still exhausted from Tuesday for all I know. I haven't been speaking basically to anyone since then. Oh yeah, another thing that I didn't mention completely. I've been going to work. I haven't been doing that since Christmas. We have been working twice. I have a burn on my hand, which is great. I love that. And yeah, that took a lot more time than some other things that I wanted to mention. One of them is dentist appointment. Oh look, I'm getting statuses a lot. And I haven't recorded all of them. Because I was warming up. Hi. Yeah, that's some buggy interaction. Yeah, I had a dentist appointment. It wasn't scary, it wasn't anything extra noteworthy, but we waited in the waiting room for an hour. Sort of an event. Surprisingly fun being in the waiting room. We talked with a family. It was... No, absolutely not. So we were family talking. It was great. And we had a family dinner, which was also a great experience, which took longer than this disappointment. No. Still no. Damn it. That would have been a great shot. Sometimes those things work out, most of the times they don't. I think this is better. I'm tired. I don't want to play anymore. Oh yeah, and last thing I did, which wasn't productive at all. It wasn't even something that justifies not being productive, like a dentist appointment, because health is important. I finished Supernatural. The further I get, farther I think, I get when watching a TV show is, farther I get, the more I want to finish the TV show. And the TV show has 15 seasons, so you can bet that after 14 and a half, I wanted to be done with it. Not because I wasn't enjoying it, except last season was kind of Belphegor is supposed to be one of the princes of hell, and it was just one random demon. At least more with demon lore. I know, surprising amount of demon lore. There's exactly one person who's responsible for it, and you're gonna see him in Terraria next week. Hello! That's it. So yeah, I finished Supernatural. It was fun, I do recommend the show. Some people say it gets absolutely unwatchable after 5th season, but it's still fine. Some things are worse, but some things are really great. Yeah. Watch Supernatural, subscribe to my YouTube channel, enjoy the Terraria videos, watch the Terraria videos that I've already made, watch the Terminator video. I watched Terminator movies, I mentioned that in the video, but you know, nowhere else. I watched Terminator movies for the first time. Neat. So, thanks for watching, see ya.